What's up YouTube, Todd Horst here with Tasty Tracker. Just another quick video on the small account challenge. Today I wanted to add a position for the June expiration cycle. I don't really care if I'm adding bullish or bearish at this point, but I thought since everything else was bullish, I would go with a bearish position to find out maybe a position I want to think about getting into. I'll go into scanner, and I don't really like anything under $50, so I automatically have those ignored. If you want to know how to do that, you can look at my scanner video that I have posted a couple weeks back. And then I don't really like pharmaceutical companies, especially now with all of them going crazy with finding vaccines and tests and stuff like that for the current situation. So normally I don't like them, and I really don't like them now because there's a good chance that they could nosedive at some point here, and the ones that are successful will skyrocket, the ones that aren't will nosedive, and I don't really want to be part of that. I want to be part of something that's a little bit more predictable. So I have this right off the bat sorted by 52-week gainers, and then I typically go to 1 year percent change and sort that by highest. My theory there is that if they've been doing really good for the past year, they'll continue to do good for another month. And so I already have a position in shop on my larger account, so I don't really want to go there. Tesla is all over the place. I like Tesla, but I don't like trading them because a lot of times I'll get burnt. I have gotten burnt by the fluctuations there. So then I'll scroll down through, see if anything catches my eye. Zoom I don't really like because although I think they'll have more customers after all of this is over, I don't know how sustainable that those prices are. I've done SEDG before with pretty good luck. Roku's something that I'm bullish on long term. I have a Roku TV and 2 Roku sticks, and I really like the service. So if I look at the chart, typically I'll hide this little thing here, and I just don't really love the chart. It's not speaking to me. And Roku, I find it best to play Roku several cycles out because it's another one sort of like Tesla, which sort of flies all over the place. So I really feel like going into that. And I just got out of a position of DocuSign. Not that doesn't mean we can't get back in one. Coop I've played a bunch, and I've had pretty good luck with them. But again, I had looked at that chart and it didn't really speak to me. And then I kept scrolling down. I'm not sure. Yeah, I looked at Dollar General. I like them as well. That didn't speak to me. And so I don't really have too much of a rhyme or reason, which, I mean, I know that's probably not what you're wanting to hear, but sometimes I'm looking at the top of the chart. Sometimes I'm looking down here at the bottom of the list where we're getting down to 30%, which is what SPY was last year. I saw Gilead, which they've been in the news, and down here popped out to me AMGN, which I haven't played in a while, and they've always been a pretty good stock for me. They're very cyclical. And it is a pharmaceutical company, but it's one that's been stable, and it's pretty old stock. So it's also 230. So I went ahead and checked that chart out, and it looked, again, very, very much what I'm used to seeing with them is a pretty clear cycle. And if we do go over here, we can see that, it has been going up over here. But then back in here, it was in a cycle for quite some time, multiple expirations. So looking at the AMGN, it does sort of look like it's close to the top, and I thought, well, if I sold a call spread, could I get it up here around the top of this range? Also looks like it could be rolling over down here. Again, RSI is also near the top. It's not crazy oversold like it was, or overbought like it was over here, but it is near the top of its range. So I wanted something close to up here, and so I started playing with the pricing. I ended up getting the 235 to 40, which puts my break even at 236, right at 237 basically. So if we hover over here, that puts me right up here. So you can see I'm not at the very top, but I'm darn near the top. And so, you know, it was here for a month, but then it, you know, quickly dropped down. My point here is that I think even if it does exceed that, I'll get an opportunity within the next month, expiring in June over here, to take that off for a profit. Now this one, you know, nothing in life is guaranteed. This one might be a little bit riskier than some of my other ones, so I'm not sure if you should necessarily trade it as well, but you can definitely, you know, watch my position and see how it plays out. So I collected 197, which is a great credit. I think typically I've said before I aim for 130 to 160 is my ideal range, and this was 197 I got filled at, so that's insanely good in my opinion. And at the time I got filled, it was a 37% in the money, 46 days till expiration. So I went ahead and have a working order to close at 97, which would be 50% close. And yeah, we can go over here and see it in Tastyworks, AMGN. And incidentally, it was moving down today, not by much. It was only down 7 cents. But you can see this is the built-in buffer that we get when we go with something that's close to 30 or 40% chance in the money. So it can move a couple bucks and I can still be okay. So right there you can see the fill was 197 and my working order for $97 to close it. That's really it. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll answer them in the comments below. Thanks, guys.